Tiago in the shit of fear. TS010. As Hombre and Maria rushed towards the coast, Tiago wasted no time. He went to a neighboring town to meet the gentleman in question, Senior Mariola de Esfas, who was a fat man and, apart from shaking his belly, he was also shaking the whole area with the force that the miser shakes his purse with, so that money still falls out of it. Tiago knocked on the door. Bilecto opened for him, which he missed and slowly moved his hand away. In the depths of an office that was smoky to a density resembling a waving black woman, 7 men sat in various poses, smoking expensive tobacco and drinking something strong. They stared at each other silently. Tiago curled his mustache. Suddenly one of the men spread his arms and cried out. "Tiago, my friend. So many years. Where have you been?" Tiago didn't move. The man walked up to him and, as he continued his role, embraced and hugged Tiago. "Hello and tell." A fuzzy woman showed up bringing a new glass and some snacks. She disappeared behind the door and some blonde with big tits came with a phone call to one of the men. There was silence in the room. Tiago didn't take his glass and pushed his cigar away. "You mistook the cities, Mariola. This is mine. Drawn out. Wara." The man looked at him teasingly and asked with a half smile. "You have a contract for me?" Tiago looked at him in surprise. He raised both eyebrows. "I'm here to socialize and only to socialize. Mariola, these dog pricks won't be barking at me now." Here he pointed at the dog dicks, which the smoke was coming out of his mouth out of anger. Mariola was speechless, and with a gesture of his hand silenced the pack of dicks. "So what do you want?" Mariola asked strangely. Tiago took a step forward. "The question is, what do you want, Mariola? This is an easy question. And the hard question is, how much do you want it for? Because you may find that your life is not enough. So think about whatever you do." Mariola made a gesture, but Tiago was faster. He told them to come to the window with their arms raised. They saw a machine gun pointing at them from a jeep. Mariola was lying flat and unmanly on the ground, and Tiago stood over him. "I will spare you today, compadre, for the sake of the good times together. For example, I will shoot too, and cigars will be enough for you longer and you won't have to look for them in my city." At that moment, he shot the first 2 men, who fell with their heads next to the now silent Mariola. "I want to hear something else from you, Mariola," said Tiago. Mariola lay terrified. His jaw was twitching. Maybe it was rage or maybe it was stupid fear. Tiago unzipped his fly with the movement that the steward of the shepherds uses to lead the dog to herd her sheep to the pen. "Listen," he screamed. Mariola's eyes widened and he choked out. "Glycerin, glycerin, glycerin. Charge under glycerin. I sent my man to pick up the containers. You can have a share of the profits. But keep Hombre. He can't take it back." Tiago defecated on a lying, rotten pile of fear. "If that's true, you'll live." He took one cigar and lit it from a standing candle. He sated the heat for a long time by turning the lulka and twirling it. He was kneading the bowl. The jeep pulled away slowly, taking his time as it was almost time to rest. Tiago called Rick. "Well, that's fucking great. Come over." Rico relaxed his face. He even regained some of his good humor, which he managed extremely rarely, given the heat and his wife. "What now?" Rico argued. "If the Hombre are smashed along the way, who will continue to liquefy antiques? The spring will dry up for a while, at least." "Wrong. These containers must be fastened for a common cause. How do I notify Hombre to withdraw? How to warn him in time? He does not answer the phone because he is outside the zone." The phone is ringing. It's Tiago again. They just killed the Esfas. The compañeros got pissed off and cheered. Now they know about glycerin and want to have a bite of the cake themselves. "Are they going to the port?" Rico asked. "Yes, but first they want to get to the courier to pick up the containers." Tiago replied. "What about you?" Rico asked. "I'm going to see Mariola and bake a ham."